Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut, and hopefully you like this video. And hit that subscribe button. As you know, the Mets lost today 6-4. It was a very weird game because the Mets are very short on the pitching. I thought the pitchers were okay. I know Zach Pop was a disaster. He popped. Pop. It's terrible. But the Mets did a lot of weird things in this. They had some really bad base running in this game. Particularly Francisco Lindor. I don't know why he ran to the base. Why didn't he just slide? He would have been able to make it back to first base on that play. But that, give credit to Cody Bellinger. It was a great play by him. Also, the umpiring, really the series has been terrible. And I was telling one of my family members, I wonder who's going to get thrown out first in this series. Would it be Aaron Boone or Mendoza? Mendoza, second time this week he's gotten thrown out. The umpiring, just in general, throughout all Major League Baseball, is a disaster, and it continues on that way. A couple other things. Mets have 2 more All-Stars added to the roster of the National League. Pete Alonso's making his 5th. And, of course, Edwin Diaz is making the All-Star team, too, to go with Francisco Lindor. Juan Soto didn't make it, but maybe he'll get in as a replacement. We want to see the big stars, We want to see... How did Chaz Chisholm get on the All-Star team in the American League? Are they that desperate? I didn't think he's had that good of a year. But the Mets took 2 out of 3. They look pretty good this weekend. They should be getting Sean Manaea back this week in Kansas City, which would be interesting because he originally started in Kansas City. Interesting. And, of course, Cody Senga will be pitching as well. And then the Mets have the All-Star break. So that'll be... again, interesting to watch next week. And this week they come up. They're going to play the Baltimore Orioles and then play Kansas City. And then we have the All-Star break. I will be on the Baseball Hut 2 covering the draft, as well as when we get to the trade deadline on July 31st. I, of course, will cover what's going on in the MLB trade deadline on the Baseball Hut 2 this year. A little bit different. Also have a video on Baseball Hut 2 about the draft. I did it a week ago. A lot of stuff's happened in Major League Baseball, as you know. If you didn't know this, the general manager, Mike Rizzo, and the manager, Davey Martinez, both got fired a week before the draft, which is very unusual. And they have the #1 pick. So I don't know what's going to happen there in Washington. It's not our problem. It's their problem, right? That's how you should look at it. Now, what are the Mets going to do at the trade deadline? I've been reading different things. I know Bob Nightingale put out an article, which is his weekly article, saying that the Mets are looking at pitching, and more pitching. And there's really not a lot of talk about getting any offense in here. It doesn't surprise me, considering the background of David Stearns. He's always looking for pitching. And I hope that he doesn't keep going and getting these sort of Paul Blackburn, although Frankie Montas pitched okay on Saturday, the same kind of sort of profile. The guys with the ERA over 4. I did a video on Saturday about Mitch Keller, which I'm not too keen on, because he's just another version of that. So hopefully he can get somebody a little bit better than that. And I know that they don't really want to trade any prospects, but this team, I would mention, veteran players on this team are getting up there in age, okay? And the younger players the Mets have aren't nearly as good as they are. One of these young players have not really emerged yet. Obviously, there was Vientos. We had Vientos last year, but he's taken a major step back. And there's some talk now that the Mets should send him down to AAA. And we know that Alvarez is in AAA right now. He's hitting home runs, but he is not doing a great job with the bat other than that. And his defense hasn't been good. It's actually is deteriorated in AAA. But the Mets must be in it now, because we got 4 players on this team that are in their 30s that who knows how much longer they're going to have at this sort of elite level as players. We know that Pete's in his 30s now. Francisco Lindor is 31. We know that Jeff McNeil's 33. And of course, Brandon Nimmo's 32. So you have guys that are older on this team, and the Mets need to be in it to win it. Go for it. So you can't but at the same time you have young pitching that is coming through the system, and I don't know how good these guys are going to be, because there's the guys, they pitch well when they get to Double-A, and then they struggle to get when they're in Triple-A the last few years, and guys are taking a step back. But like I said, the Mets have to be in it to win it now because of the age of the core of this group, this veteran group that we've had here since 2019. And they've added, obviously, with Lindor in 2021. But Mets have to sort of be very smart now about the kind of trade. And David Stearns is one of the best out there, making a really smart trade. Again, I think I've said this over the last couple of weeks and months. David Stearns has not made a signature trade yet to bring in a big player on this team yet. He's not done that yet. Obviously, the big deal that he's made was the Soto deal. He's done a lot of little deals because his team didn't need a lot of work, to be honest with you. A lot of the pieces on this team were already here. So, the real work is going to begin very soon. Hopefully, we'll have a big piece here by July 31st. We'll see. I have a lot of faith in him. He's done an excellent job here since he's been here. And he's very quick to get rid of the players that don't perform. But you let me know what you think about this video. And, of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. And I'll see you later.